when we were doing a recap on Google I/O was this interesting piece that they put about how the new camera app and the camera software is going to aim to do a better job with darker complexions. And when I saw this, by the way, I couldn't imagine the complexity involved in, now not specifically if you're taking a picture of one individual, but when you have multiple potential exposures across a group of people, which is a common occurrence. And so that when I start thinking of machine learning or the AI or whatever in the background is going to determine how to correctly expose a photo with all these different complexions in it so that everybody's looking good. Now, they didn't go into a tremendous amount of detail. They just said it's on their radar and they're aiming at it. And here we have an example, which obviously the new one, the latest version of the processing, it looks, about 1 billion times better. So they showed some improvements in their test. People want to obviously get this in their hands and try it out themselves to see what it's capable of. But up until now, it has been a thing that can go overlooked because of data sets and the way that these systems are trained and whether or not you have the wide range of complexions represented within those data sets. It's a wild mission to go on to try. And they were using terms saying that they're going to finally make it fair. And even that sounds incredibly ambitious to me because, you're going to need a tremendous data set to achieve such a thing.
Man, and to do it instantly. Well, not instantly, but
basically,
very close.
Pretty much instantly.
It's
the company consulted with 15 image makers to improve its computational processing, which includes adjustments to its white balance, exposure, color temperature algorithms to better reflect. And by the way, they didn't say black skin tones; they said non-white skin tones. So this is when you put that in the spectrum, and you're talking about the global population, you're talking about billions of Android devices out there. Now they're not billions of Pixel devices, so it's gonna. Because on Pixel devices, it's their camera app, and really on all those other Android devices, it's up to the company to determine how their camera app's going to operate. So it's going to take a bigger footprint for this really to impact people globally. But either way, it's on the radar, and you have obviously some pretty sophisticated software developers out there aiming to solve this. You've highlighted, we may expect to see these changes most prominently on the new Pixel phones, though that doesn't mean post-processing can't be done on other phones via Google Photos. So if you had some, Samsung device, maybe if you downloaded and launched Google Photos, it would then process the image at that point, post, but that's obviously nowhere near as convenient as immediately, so you see what you got after you shot it.
Mm-hmm.
And, but man, it'll be cool to see how well it works. I know a lot of people have been asking for this kind of thing. So it's one of the things from Google I/O that didn't make it into the last show. So I want to make sure I touched on it.